Amy, you're so good in this. My goodness.
Thank
And
you.
first, let's start talking about how was Superman important in your life growing up? Was it?
It was very important. I mean, first of all, I have 4 brothers, so we used to run around and play Superman, and I would play Superman as well. And it definitely was a part of just sort of my understanding of the world. You know, I loved Superman. I really had a huge crush on Christopher Reeve. Yeah.
Who didn't?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
But hello, I think people are now going to have huge crushes on Henry Cavill.
Yeah, no, for real.
Like acting opposite that guy, my heart really bled for you.
I'm sure. No, it's not easy because I have to like be composed around that and like try to act like it's not a big deal. It's not as easy as you'd think.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
You earned your keep.
Thank you.
But seriously, working opposite a guy like that, he just
Yeah.
seems to me very selfless and totally embodies what the Man of Steel is all about.
Completely embodies, and that's the thing that really struck me about Henry. When I first met him, I read with him, and I'd known him from the Tudors, so like I knew what his physical presence was. But when I met him, and he had such a wonderful humility to him and a gentle quality, and almost old-fashioned gentleman quality, and I thought, wow, that's really going to bring something specific and beautiful to the role of Superman, and I think he really does.
Yeah. Playing someone like Lois Lane too, again, another iconic character. Let's face it, our good Canadian gal Margot Kidder. I mean,
She's great. She was my Lois Lane, so like I don't think it takes anything away from her. It's a completely different imagining. So
yeah. What did you when you first read the script and they brought it into kind of a modern world? What was your reaction to that, and how did you feel about the script?
I was excited by it, and I really liked it. And talking to Zach, he really wanted me to feel like a reporter who was like kind of transient and moving around and sort of like on the ground, getting herself in trouble, but not causing trouble, but just going after the story and just to feel very like a modern journalist.
Yeah, and she,
Yeah.
she gets herself into some situations where there's some physicality going on here.
Sure.
Tell me about prepping for that. You get thrown around a little bit in
I
this
do
movie.
get thrown around a little bit, yeah. I let the really dangerous stuff be taken care of by the stunt woman. Make no mistake, I'm not going to like ratchet my face into a wall. I have no desire. But there was a lot of falling and a lot of stunt work that I did with Henry on the wire work. I did get to kick somebody. That was fun. I had a little bit of a fight sequence, but they do such a great job choreographing it. And but it's a very strange thing because the first day I worked with Henry, we were about 40, 50 feet above the air in Chicago or in Plano, Illinois, just strapped to each other. So that creates an immediate sort of forced intimacy, like right there, like, hey, how are you doing? How's it been going? Trying to act completely relaxed while strapped to Superman 40 feet above the earth. Yeah.
It's amazing because, 75 years of Superman. Why do you think he's endured? Why do you think people just love this character so much?
I think that we identify with him. We want to be him. I mean, just like I used to run around, like I was saying, playing Superman. There's something wonderful about having like power, not like I think as human beings we can feel so powerless, and this idea that there's something that we could actually do to help other people or actually do to, save humanity, that would be really wonderful. I would love to have that ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, you get to work with some other really awesome people in this, but
Yeah.
of course you have a lot of scenes with Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Working opposite someone like him, wow.
He is great. He's so funny and just such he's sort of an icon in himself, you know what I mean? So he's and so generous an actor and so much fun and has so many great ideas. I loved him. Larry.
Larry,
Yeah.
he's Larry, exactly.
Larry.
Don't call me Lawrence. It's Larry. You
Yeah.
just gave me kind of little goosebumps.
Oh,
You have had such an amazing career so far, knock wood. It's
Thank you.
But you've worked with so many amazing people. Is there anybody, some leading man that you're just, would love to work opposite at this point?
No, they keep like jumping in front of me, and I keep getting excited. I just worked with Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper, and they're just both amazing. And getting ready to work with Christoph Waltz, and I mean, there's so many wonderful actors out there I'd love to work with. I'd love to work with Leonardo DiCaprio again. He's just such a present actor and really brings such a special thing to the set when he works. And yeah, I could keep going.
Is there a
I've been
method
really
to your
lucky.
madness now in terms of choosing your scripts? And, is there an importance, like, it has to be a good director, or how do you choose?
I do it one script at a time, and sometimes it looks perfect on paper, but it's just not the right time in my life, or I'm going to take a break, or sometimes something presents itself and it's unexpected, and you think, wow, I would never have thought to do that, but it feels really right. So I tend to be kind of instinctual about it.
And how about singing? We're going to see you singing back on the big screen. We haven't seen that in a little while.
I know. No, you can only find me singing at karaoke on any given Friday night. Private room, so I'm not interested in going in front of a bar and singing. But yeah, I would love to sing again on camera if it presented itself.
Well, I hope so. I'd
Yeah.
like to see that. I meant to ask you too about working with somebody like Zack Snyder as a director. Why was he the perfect guy to shoot this film?
You know what? Zach has an endless imagination, and so he totally is fearless in the scope of the film, but he also has this wonderful sense of character, and it really matters to him. Like, you never felt like he was putting the performances behind the action. He always wanted to tie it in, and he always wanted it to be more important. It's the thing that will lead you to caring about anything else, and he really focused on that with all of us. We really sat down and talked about our characters, which I was so surprised of. I didn't expect to have a character discussion with Zack Snyder, and I hate to say that I was surprised, but I was he's just such a wonderful director to work for. He's so much energy, and he's so validating. When you get it, he's like, awesome. Like, it's so cool.
He's like a little kid.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's so much fun.
Yeah, I have to say, for me, the humanity in this film was what clinched it for me. It
Oh,
was
thank
so
you.
wonderful just
Yeah.
watching those scenes. Congratulations. You're so fantastic.
Thank you.
You always are.
Thank
it's always
you.
lovely to talk to you.
Nice
Thanks,
to talk to you
Amy.
as well.